Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense analyst, is with us on the broadcast. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, political reactions beginning to pour in on the Shopia incident. AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi blaming the centre and the LG for not providing adequate security. Meanwhile, the BJP blaming Pakistan.
Oh, well, Uday, it is something which is actually non-political, actually. It's a problem which we are actually suffering, which we are facing. It's an internal problem of terrorism. Pakistan has been brainwashing our youth and radicalizing them and training them and sending them across. But here we have to understand the root of the problem. And when people politicize you versus me, tu main, that's not a solution. The problem is now, the problem of Kashmiri Pandits, they do not have, revenge is not the answer, they need to be rehabilitated. And secondly, again, regarding security forces, they are doing their job, they are doing their work, but then the ideology has to be radicalized. I mean, the ideology has to be neutralized, sorry. The radical ideology of these people has to be completely neutralized. Now, when political parties like AIM comes in, so-and-so comes in, they blame. Is that the answer? Is the blame game the answer? What will we achieve by blame game? Will we actually, by blame game, will we get back people who have gone? No. Will we be able to prevent this in the further? No. How will blame game help? So when political parties come forward and they start accusing each other, I do not really support that. I think what we should actually do is, now it's about time that the local Kashmiris, which they have been doing as well, but slowly and gradually they should come out and they have to call the shots. They have to tell the terrorists that, listen, we do not support you anymore. And yes, I totally understand the fact. I have seen it personally happening when I was in J&K. Anyone coming to your house with a weapon, you would be forced to accommodate him or give him shelter, food, water, but that should be stopped. If any suspicious activity should be reported straight away. Earlier, terrorists used to chop off the eyes, nose, ears, and whatnot, and make an example out of people and informers. I mean, they call them the khabris. There's a term for that. So now, mukhbir is a term. Earlier, the terrorists used to actually make an example out of mukhbir, so no one had the courage. Now that is slowly and gradually changing. But now when such a sad incident takes place in the apple orchard, I mean, it is something which the entire Kashmir, when I say the entire Kashmir, I mean the Kashmiri Muslims, the Dogras, the Pandits, as Kashmiris, as Indians, they have to unite and they have to call the shots and then tell the terrorists that anyone who is picking up arms is doing great disservice to the community, to the nation, to the religion, that is doing something very, very anti-Islamic actually. So when they call the shots, when they come out, so then that is the time when people would actually start feeling from inside. Because you kill one head, 10 heads will be born. Again, you kill those 10 heads, 100 heads will be born, unfortunately. So what is the way? You neutralize the ideology. And how do you neutralize the ideology? By spreading awareness. And I have told you that there is a friend of mine, Vicky Malhotra, he made a film on anti-terrorism film called Moji, which in Kashmiri means mother. And there he has actually shown the ground reality about Yasin Malik, about 3 terrorists getting training from across the border, they're coming into India, and how they meet with a fatal end. And when that has been broadcast and that has been shown to the world, that anyone who picks up arms, that is the fatal end he is going to be meeting, only then can we, as Gautam Buddha once said, if you want peace, we have to first be peaceful in our minds, in our hearts. So now when political party, the politicization, you versus me goes on, that is not the way, that is not the solution, that is not the way forward. Nothing is going to be achieved from it. At the best, they can appease somebody and try to get some votes in their pocket. But will that help? Will that help in getting peace? It will not. So yes, we have to just, and I commend you there, I commend your channel. At least you guys are doing a great job, great service to the society by bringing out the right thing so that at least young influential minds are not influenced any further for whatever they say. Every drop makes an ocean, right? Every penny counts. So that's what you guys are doing and I commend you. Thank you there for doing this.
Okay, thank you indeed, Mohommed Ali Shah, for your response.